Brandon, isn't that true for the border, too?
It is. And what makes me so mad and what should make your listeners mad is when a civil servant goes politics rather than what's best for the country, when he is more worried about pleasing, if you will, his master, President Biden, rather than looking at what's best for the country. When he says that people coming into the United States could affect people, through legitimate air travel, through legitimate travel, and then he stays silent on illegal activity, which is illegal immigration. And by the way, there's a lot more people coming into this country illegally than they are coming in through air travel and through legal means. So where is he on this? He's completely and totally silent. He's trying to serve his master, and that should make every single one of us mad.
You can't just walk into the country at an airport from another country, right? And those people have to show proof of vaccinations. But you could just walk across the border and break the law and just come into the country. The border communities are so upset. They're done. People are upset in Texas and New Mexico and Arizona. They're in California. They're done. And now you have human smugglers trying to exploit the holidays, moving hundreds of illegal immigrants, many of them caught, trying to get into Texas. That started on Christmas Eve. And then, Brandon, you had the vice president, Kamala Harris, saying her biggest failure, not getting out of Washington more. She's a border czar. She's only visited the border once. Let's watch this.
What do you think your biggest failure has been at this point?
To not get out of D.C. more. I mean, and I actually mean that sincerely for a number of reasons. A large part of the relationship that he and I have built has been being in this, together in the same office for hours on end, doing Zooms or whatever, because we couldn't get out of D.C.
Okay, so get out of D.C. and go to the border. Brandon, Biden and Kamala Harris are screaming at Trump over the border. Now they're AWOL. What do you say?
And what we just heard there is the reason why this crisis isn't going away anytime soon. When she came to El Paso, she didn't even go to the border. She didn't even go down between the ports of entry. She was in safe locations. She wasn't viewing what was actually going on. And if there's any more proof that we need that this is going to continue to ramp up is what happened on Christmas. Christmas is normally a reprieve for Border Patrol agents. Very few crossings take place on Christmas. This Christmas was completely different than anything we've ever seen before. We had thousands of people crossing the border illegally. That shows us that this isn't going away anytime soon, and that this administration just isn't interested in getting this issue under control.
Listen, the U.S. is an open arms country. We're pro-immigration, right? But we're also pro-law and being fair and right about the border. And it's unfair to people who came here legally and doing it the legal way. I mean, now you got the White House is still well on pace to have apprehended over 2 million illegally crossing during the president's first full year in office. We haven't seen that in generations.
You know what? I'm so glad that you pointed it out. I'm so glad that you pointed out that we're the most generous, compassionate country in the world, because we are. And the reason why we're so generous and compassionate is because of all of the blessings that we've been given. But we're compassionate because we have the rule of law. We have that guide to allow us to continue to exist as a very free society. But what we're seeing today, the lawlessness, not just on the border, but throughout the entire United States, it's taking our freedoms away. When you don't enforce the laws properly on the border, bad things happen. And so we've got to get back to what made us great in the first place. Continue to be that compassionate country that we've always been, but also be that country of the rule of law so that our freedoms don't go away, so our children can grow up in the great country that you and I grew up in.
Brandon Judd, thanks for your service to our country. I'm Liz McDonald. Thanks for watching. Join us again tomorrow night.